What is up, YouTube? This is DBZ1409 bringing you first place locals Atlantean Mermail deck profile, May 2016. Um, I really like this deck a lot, and it's really, I think, in my opinion, a top 5 deck in the meta. It could be number 4 or 5, depending on people's opinions. It's a really fun deck, and it has its ups and downs in terms of the meta matchups, but I think I made one of the best possible Mermail decks. So without any further ado, let's get on to the deck profile, and I'll explain to you what my rounds were and how I beat them. So real quickly, my first round, I'll play Cosmos. People think that Mermail's hardest matchup is Cosmos, but fortunately, the guy he sort of bricked, and I opened up really consistently and well. So that's how I beat him. And then my next matchup I play against Qliphort Stun, which was pretty tough because Qliph's run a lot of floodgates. But fortunately, I run the twin twisters and stuff. So by eliminating back row and using Neptibus to clear field was really essential for me to win. And next, I played against Psyframes. He wasn't much of a matchup, so I'm not going to explain much about that. And then last, I played DDDs, which probably going to give me a hard time, but I managed to win just because Neptibus is a broken card. So yeah, I went 4-0, and without further ado, let's get on to deck profile. First, I play Abyss Lead. Really don't like this card. There's a couple reasons why I run him. Number one, he's level 7. I'm not going to bother with his effect because I never use it. It's a Mermail card, so it's a good gun target. It's also a good Lind and Sphere target, meaning that when Lind dies, this card's a really good card to bring out because he's big. And if you want to use Sphere to bring him out straight up for OTK, or you can just use him for rank 7 play. And yeah, I mean, he's pretty solid, but I usually side him out in every game too. Next, obviously, you run triple Megalo. He's your big beater and essentially goes for game. You should be a face-up water attack monster on your side of the field and attacks twice. And when he's special summoned, you get to search any spell or trap Mermail card. So that's really good. You usually go fish out your scale and gains the 800, so that's crucial for your OTK. Combos well with Dragoons and Neptibus because their effects trigger, etc., etc. Next, we're on Triple Abystius. I like this card because, well, let me explain what its effect is. You can discard a water monster from your hand, special summon it, and if you do special summon it, you get to search a level 4 or less Mermail monster from your deck to your hand. And that's pretty good because it speeds to the deck and it baits out people's back row. Because what I tend to do is I always try to use this card first before I summon Neptibus, so that if they have a trap card like Psalm Strike, I bait it out and then I summon Neptibus. And then usually discard a water monster, so I like to discard like Marksman or Dragoon, so their effects trigger. So yeah, that's why I like him. And he has a good butt, and he's level 7. Next for the Mermails, I run double Abyss Pike. I don't run the Turge. I like Pike because it fishes out stuff from your deck. So when he's normal summon and special summon, you get to discard a water monster to add a level 4 or less water or level 3 or less water type monster from your deck to your hand. So he's good to bring out Gun and Marksman from your deck if you need them, and it's really good because when you have Lind or when he's special summoned by any means, his effect triggers. So if you need to get rid of a problematic card, like I remember during the tournament when I was playing against Cleese, I summoned this guy through Lin, and I ditched my infantry to pop his scout so that he couldn't get the search. So that was really good. I like double Pike over double Turge, and he just looks cooler. Next, probably one of my MVPs is Gun. People don't realize her effect. The first line says if this card gets discarded to the graveyard. So that includes cards like Twin Twister and stuff, and One for One. And so her effect triggers in Grave. And what her graveyard effect is, when she's sent to the graveyard, you get to summon any Mermail monster from your graveyard to your side of the field. So like you can summon Megalo, Abystius, whatever, go for OTK, XZ plays, etc., etc. So I like her a lot. Next, I play the one Lin. Some people don't like her because she's pretty slow, which I kind of agree, but the only reason why I play her is for defensive purposes. So if you ever go first, she's really good. And Abyssphere, it's a great target for her. Pretty much if she dies by a battle or card effect, you get to special summon any Mermail card from your deck to your side of the field, so that's really strong. Next for the Atlanteans, MVP obviously is Triple Neptibus. So for those of you who don't know what it does, it's a trigger effect, so you have to activate it. That's not when she's normal summon or special summon. So, and her first effect is a cost. So her first effect is you get to dump any Atlantean monster from your deck to the grave, and then if that's successful, then you get to add a level 4 or less Atlantean monster from your deck to your hand. And if she gets sent to the graveyard by a water monster effect, you get to special summon a level 4 or less Atlantean monster from your graveyard to your side of the field. So that's really good. Pretty much you dump your Dragoons. Usually you add Dragoons, Dragoon searches, blah, blah, blah. She's really your engine goer, if that makes any sense. Next for your for more Atlanteans, I run triple infantry. I see some people running two. I don't agree with that. I like triple infantry. It's really bad against Cosmos, so I tend to side out one. But if it gets discarded by a water monster effect, you get to destroy one face-up card on your opponent's side of the field. This card came in clutch a lot, especially against the Qliphort Stun, so I get to pop his cards like lose one turn. Um, another effect he has, which I never use, is if he's normal summon, you get to make an extra normal summon for a water monster. I never use that effect. I always like getting him out through salvage or discard fodder. Next, I run double marksman. I might side the third. I'm still thinking about it. Because this card's really good. A lot of people run back row now, so when he's discarded by a water monster effect, you can destroy a face down card. That includes set monsters as well. His other effect, which literally won me game 3 against the DDDs, is when he inflicts damage, you get to special summon a level 4 or less Atlantean monster from your deck. And that was good because I kind of bricked, and I attacked his Kepler, the guy that searches DDD stuff. And I dealt for 1400, then I summoned Neptibus, attacked for 800, then triggered Neptibus effect, and then I went off. And that's what essentially won me the duel, just because of this one card. Um, but yeah, I really like Double Marksman, and probably the MVP, another MVP, I guess you could say, is Double Dragoons. When you get sent to the graveyard by a water monster effect, you get to search any Sea Serpent monster from your deck to your hand, and you can keep spamming it. So if you somehow can send 3 of them to the graveyard by using Instant Fusion, blah blah blah, you get to have many searches, which helps you win the duel. His first effect is also kind of cool, which no one knows, is that level 3 or less Sea Serpent monsters can attack your opponent directly. So it combos well with this card right here. So yeah. Next I run the one Deep Sea Diva. I wish it was at 2. I mean, it helps bring out your Neptibus and makes Tatsunoku. Really good card. Another MVP I like to say is Monglacia. When you have 5 water monsters in your graveyard, you get to special summon this card from your hand. And if that is successful, you get to discard 2 random cards from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. So it's really strong. But the bad side is if it leaves the field by any means, you have to skip your next battle phase. But usually he's like the ending combo piece because it's really easy to get 5 water monsters in your graveyard, especially when you sync with Tatsunoku. It's a good graveyard fodder if that makes any sense. So yeah, this card's really easy to get out, and once you discard people's hands, like it's really easy to win duels because they can't really do anything after that. Next, I really like this card. I run double game seal. Really good because it gets rid of problematic cards like Dark Law and Kozmo stuff. And it really helps you win games. And if anything, you can discard it because it's a water card. So like for Megalo and whatnot. Next for my hand traps, I run double Veiler. Really good against the Monarch matchup. When they summon an idea, you just play this and you pretty much win. And then I play the double Maxi. A lot of decks just special summon a lot, so yeah, it's nice to get the draws because you need to get to your common pieces as fast as possible. So yeah, that's it for the monsters. Real quickly through the spells, I run double instant fusion. People may disagree with this. Some people still play 3. I don't because I feel like once you play 1, like the other one's useless. So I mean, it's a good like um, twin twister discard fodder, or sometimes I like to bluff by setting it down, and people are so scared of background now these days, like they tend to twin twister and waste it. I've done that at least twice today. That was pretty funny. But yeah, it helps you bring out Norden, Dragoons, and then you go off from there. The one scale, I played this scale in particular. I don't play the trap or the monster effect one. This one's probably the best one. It gives a Mermail monster 800 attack boost, and if a spell card activates and resolved, you get to send, and it's a mandatory effect. You send this from your field to the grave, and it negates the effect. It doesn't destroy it; just negates it. So yeah, next time around the one Twin Twister. Some people I see main 2, but I side the other one. And the reason being is because I don't like discarding my combo pieces, but it works well with gun. So and it helps clear board. It goes for OTK. Next, I play one salvage to recycle your water monsters, which is really good. This card came in clutch a lot. Then the one soul charge. People may disagree with this. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and a lot of people started playing this card. I kind of like it because when you go first, it's really good, and when you're in a tight situation, this card can bail you out. And another duel in within the Qliphort Stun, this card helped me win a game, so that was pretty good. One for one helps bring out Neptibus or Valor for synchro plays, and then the one Regeki to clear field. That was 8 spells, and the last 2 for my traps are run the one Scolding and one Sphere to bring out the land and to search for Megalo. And I like Scolding over Strike and Warning because you can negate anything essentially, and you don't care that you spend the 3,000 because the whole idea behind the deck is just the OTK. So yeah, that's it for the main deck. Quickly through the side, I run the one extra Twin Twister in the Dark Hold to clear board. Um, so it's easier for you to OTK. So against like Pendulum decks or just any like problematic decks like Heroes, especially like Dark Law. It's a good Dark Law destroyer. Next, I run the Double Master Restrict. This card kind of hurts you because of Megalo, because you have to tribute to activate his effect to attack twice. But it's worth siding in against Monarchs because it absolutely shuts them down. Next, I run the Double Gozen match. This card's eh. I really side it. I don't really side it too much, but it's really good against Pepe. But Pepe isn't like your biggest problem. So yeah, next I run Double Stygian Dirge. I don't know why people don't run this in their sides, but this card's really good. Especially against BAs, you flip it, reduce all their levels by 1, and they can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's really good. Next, one of my favorite sides, I like Storming. This card's a really, I think it's the best Mirror Force card. And in general, I like to side it in a lot of matches. It just like clears board and then helps you go for OTK. Next, I run the double anti-spell fragrance. I'm thinking about bumping up to 3. I'm not sure yet. It's really good against pendulum decks and slows down monarchs. Because if you can slow down your opponent and then you just summon Neptibus, you go for a game. So that's the whole idea behind it. Next, I run the triple Imperial Wall for Cosmos and whatnot. So yeah, that's it for the side. And finally for the extra deck, I run the one Trish, obviously the Scarlight, Gun Gear to get rid of problem stuff on the board, on DeLorean to go for OTK, the one Tatsunoku to help fill grave and sink in hand to go into this guy, Leo. He's really easy to go into. As you notice, I run one of every level besides 4 through 6, or 5. Tatsunoku, and all of them are like 3 to 10. Then I run the one Norden for the instant fusion, and then for the rank 7s, I run the one Big Eye, one Abyss Gaios, and one Red Eyes Flare. I love this card the most from the 3 because it helps ensure OTK, or not OTK, wins because you deal a lot of damage and then you overlay for him, and your opponents can't really do anything. This card's really good because it negates monster effects, and level 5 or higher monsters can't attack, so it's good against Cosmos and Big Eye's Big Eye. Next for my rank 4s, I only run the one Dweller. A lot of people run 2, but the reason why I run 1 is because the likelihood of you summoning 2 Dwellers in a duel is very unlikely. And I have other things to go into. So my other cards I choose is Dragon Spider Shark, which is pretty good. For those of you who don't know what it does, real quickly, 2 level 4, you can only make it by 2 level 4 water monsters, and when you attack or when an opponent's monster attacks, you can detach 1 XZ material, aka you can detach Dragoons and that effect triggers, and all your opponent's monsters 1,000 attack. And this card gets destroyed without a card effect. You can special summon a water monster from your graveyard to your side of the field. So that's really strong, and he's 2,600 attack. So I like that card. 1 Castel to remove problematic cards, and then the Utopia. Lightning and Utopia 39. Because Cosmos is one of your biggest matchups, and BAs as well, and this shuts them down. So yeah, YouTube, thank you for watching. I know it was a long video, so please forgive me. If you have any comments, suggestions, or whatnot, please post it down below the video. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and once again, have a nice day.